Imagine tomorrow the government told you that your job was going to get shut down. Not because you didn't work hard enough or didn't put in enough effort, simply because the government was committed to an ideology that wanted to shut it down. Not knowing if you'll be able to keep the roof over your kids' heads, put food on the table, keep them safe, all questions you'd have to ask yourself. But that's what could become a reality in Canada, with Prime Minister Trudeau's so-called just transition to phase out energy jobs in Canada. Mr. Trudeau's belief in his radical ideology means hundreds of thousands of Canadians that live in your neighborhoods, go to your schools, shop at your stores, could all be out of a job if the just transition isn't stopped. Not only will the just transition result in the loss of hundreds of thousands of high-paying jobs here in Canada, it will mean dictatorships in countries with no environmental standards become the main suppliers of the world's energy. One group that is raising alarm bells across Canada are Indigenous Canadians. Involvement and investment in energy projects across the country has helped bring prosperity to so many, and has allowed for true reconciliation. These Indigenous Canadians understand the value of products like liquefied natural gas. They want to invest in it, and to produce products for us to use here in Canada, but also for the world that is begging for it. The energy sector employs thousands of First Nations. Think how many lives this has changed and made better. Why would the Prime Minister want to take those jobs away from these hardworking Canadians? It's unfair, and it would be devastating to all those who rely on those paychecks. Instead, we need a government that promotes Canada's best in the world energy and doesn't try and shut it down. Because shutting it down means shutting down Indigenous jobs. Canadians need to stand up against this so-called just transition and support Indigenous Canadians who are fighting to keep their jobs and protect their prosperity and livelihoods. Every Canadian deserves the hope that comes from a good-paying job. Join Proud to be Canadian in this fight to keep good-paying jobs in Canada, to promote reconciliation, and to displace dictator energy overseas.